Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Little disclaimer, of course, as usual. Hacking is illegal, so make sure that you are not hacking without permission. Today's topic is tcpdump, what it does, how it benefits hackers, and so on and so on. So the only way that you can use tcpdump is with sudo. So you have to start with sudo before you actually start getting packages. It will automatically let you know if you cannot do it. For example, you don't have permission to perform this capture on that device. So what it's saying is that you have to use sudo. Okay. Okay, and in order to stop it, you have to go with Control C. Okay, I'm just gonna. And if you want any particular traffic, like for example Bluetooth or any other ones, because I have multiple ones, because I have multiple virtual reality stuff, so I do have multiples. And to do that, you can specify by doing tcp. Well, I'm gonna do sudo tcpdump, and then you specify with the low, the WLAN of 0, and so on and so on. Okay, depending on what you have in your computer. Okay, and -I low. Okay. Okay, 0 package captures, because I don't have the low on this program right now. I don't have Bluetooth as well or anything like that, but that's what, that's pretty much the way you do it. Notice where it says use V for full protocol decode. The more, I believe it's 3 V's, 1 V, 2 V's, or 3 V's. The more V's, it just increases its output. So if you want maximum, you do something like this. Okay. So you'll do something like that to get better strength. Now, if you don't want the tcpdump to perform DNS resolution on a network address, you can use the AND option in your command. This will display all network addresses as IP addresses rather than resolving them to domain names. Okay, so sudo tcp dump n is how you would do to have domain names. Okay. If you rather save the network traffic output and file instead of having it listed on your screen, you can also read the TCP dump output with the usual. So, for example, sudo dump, and then you go with arrow, and then you can create traffic dot text. Okay, and that is how you send it to a text file of traffic. Another option is to write the network capture and file. This file usually has the .pcap file extension and can be read in an array text editor. And the way you do that is you do sudo tcp dump n w traffic with the tcap. It's how you would do that. Okay. So if I go to ls and I find that that file, it will give me the two packages that were captured, that were received. Okay. So the way you read, couldn't go. Can it go up? No, it can't. Okay, so let me do this. Let me capture some. So the way you read it is this is right here, is the timestamp. Okay. On when it was captured. So 2/12, so on and so on. And then of course you have your, this is what it was requesting. When this happens, request who has, it means it's because the router doesn't know that IP address. And it's saying to tell this IP address who that IP address belongs to. And that's how that pretty much works for this scenario. And then it was a reply right here. And then so on and so on. I'm not really worried about you guys getting all this because this is a virtual VMware, and I change all these IP addresses by the daily. And if you guys do not know how to do that, I will definitely let you guys know in a bit. And of course, if it was acknowledged, if it was, what everything pretty much how it goes, okay? And if you guys want to just get UDPs, which UDPs is packages that are just dumped. You know what I mean? It doesn't care if it's sent perfect, if it doesn't care if it's missing anything. It's for example, it's like a TV. If you have a wireless TV, it's using the UDP, and it's just dumping everything, so that way it can do it a lot faster. And of course, for that, what you do is you put -n and then UDP. If you want the ICMP, that's how you pretty much do it. It's something like, well, it's a lot like Wireshark. And then of course you do have also the where is my symbol? You also have the Proto one that you can also look up if you want to do if you see a IP address, you can do you know what, hold on. You can do an IP address, and I'm just writing whatever. You can also do it like that to look for specific traffic for that particular IP address. And what I forgot to put here, host. And then you can go ahead and look for the host. If you have a network, of course, you can do networked, and then you can put the 192.168.1.5 or however it is that you want to do as a networked. You can also do port 80, and it listens to nothing but port 80 and see what it gets. You can do multiple ports. And what you do is you put port range, and then you do the ports range that you want to put. Now you can also add the DST, SRC, if you want to filter based on the source and or destination address or port of the packet. For example, the following command will follow out packets that have a source IP address of so on and so on. And to do that, what you can do the src and then host, and then of course you do the, I'm just putting numbers of course, you can do that as well. And then for the DST, which is destination, DST, you can do port 22, and then of course it does all that incredible stuff. You can do combination. You can do combinations like destination, host, and then port 80, and that's how you can do filters of multiples. It's one way you can do it. Another way that you can do it is you can do it in brackets. Do P port 80 or port 443. Okay, and that's how you can do it also in brackets. To capture packages and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. It's not a lot of stuff that you can actually, really do. Well, there's more, but like that's like the basic stuff. If you want to capture your own stuff and see what's going in through your packet, to see if you're actually getting spied on and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm gonna do, is to see if you're getting hacked or if there's anything following you. That'll be my next video. It's very easy. Anybody can do it. It's totally awesome. Let me give me a couple of days so I can go ahead and do that video. Holidays are coming up. Well, Halloween's coming up. I'm a Halloween freak, so I'll be posting a video after Halloween on that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Hold on real quick, guys. So there's multiple ways that you can change your IP address. Of course, you can go and do the static IP and all that other stuff. But there is another cool way to do it. trying to find. You know what? I'm gonna have to owe you the guys that one. Cause I need to look through my paperwork. Because what I do weekly and or stuff like that is I have a static address. Everything is static on my router and everything, and periodically I go in there and just change everything, so everybody has a new IP address at the end of the day. And it's just to because you can do the IP config, and then you can do like 192.168.0.4, and then with the 255, and then 192.168.0.1. You know, you guys can do it that way. Of course, I'm not doing it the right way for this right now because I'm not trying to change it at this point. Depending on what software you're using, because it could be IP, IW, config. And then that, you know, like you do put the IP config, and then you put, you know, of course, the address, the subnet mask, and then the default gateway. But there is actually a way to change it where you keep the same IP address, but when it shows differently when you're doing the configuration and doing other stuff, so it keeps it in the dark. I'll teach you guys that next time. It's very cool. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.